In this Nuzlocke, I randomize my Pokemon's moves after every gym. For example, here's what my team looked like before I beat Flannery, and after I beat Flannery. One of the last encounters before Norman will be in Mirage Tower, but first, let's review the box so far. After Flannery, everyone's moves got re-randomized, but I'm not really feeling super confident in a lot of these guys for various reasons, as you'll see. However, I do think that I have a good team, starting with Big Head over here. Obviously, Karate Chop, super effective. Luster Purge is just a good move, especially for the special defensive weaknesses on Norman's team. Farting, my guy. Destiny Bond could be good in a pinch. Charcoal Flamethrower could do something. And we got extremely lucky with Met learning Protect. Protect is obviously very good here, except for the fact that the only damaging move he has is Silver Wind, which has 5 PP. And it's not stab or anything. So sure, we can protect against slacking, but on the loafing turns, we'll only have 5 opportunities to deal damage before we have to get into plan B. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We got Heat Bug here. Solar Beam could be cool around the loaf turns and all that, potentially. But the main attraction here is Transform. There's some pretty good options for Transform here. Radon is mainly here because of its defensive capabilities. It resists the normal type attacks, and it has Covet, which I believe we could use to take slacking Citrus Berry away, giving us a pretty good advantage. Friend has some real potential. Dragon Dance and Mudshot might do something. Heat Wave is also just very good as a strong special attack. Again, some members of Norman's team are really weak, or at least somewhat weak, in terms of special defense. But also, just having the ability Intimidate could be really important. Mirage Tower encounter is Trapinch. I don't really see this one being that useful against Norman unless it's like Extreme Speed Trapinch or something, but we'll take it. Alright, get in the ball. There we go. Last but not least, we get our Fossil encounter, which is our Rustboro City encounter, and it's Lileep. Chose Lileep for a few reasons. One, it just kind of grew on me after using Credilli in one of my other runs. Two, it's just really good defensively, and I think we might need someone to be able to take some sort of hit from Norman's team, and I really just don't think Anorith can do that. Tell me these guys don't look like the Dune popcorn bucket? I am begging you to believe me. You have to believe me that this was fully randomized. I swear. I swear. You gotta understand. You gotta understand that I was recording the randomization process in the first video, and in the editing process, I realized that it just really wasn't entertaining. It wasn't really good for content, so I cut it out. Stopped recording it. But I swear Trapinch getting Extreme Speed was a fully legitimate, fully random outcome. I know it's exactly what I asked for. For this Pokemon who has really high attack for first stage evolution, compromised only by its terribly bad speed, getting the strongest physical attacking priority move in the game. I don't know what else to say, man. Also, Fly is pretty good for taking advantage of Slacking's loafing turns. Bulk Up could be insane with Extreme Speed. But that's all assuming that we get there. We could die to the Spinda, who knows. Also, Lileep has a lot of potential. Lileep having Sketch. Very interesting. I'm not sure exactly what I would want with that or what I could even get with that at this point. Cross Chop, obviously really good. Earthquake is just good neutral damage. Pursuit, again, good for special attacking, though Lileep's stats are not amazing. They're not as terrible as I would have assumed. There were a lot of fun potential ideas for Sketch with Dune here, but I think the safest option is Protect. Right, again, assuming that we get to slacking, it's like the only viable option. Here we go. And we have learned Protect on Dune. Cool Trainer Parker in the Confusion Room with a Spinda. Spinda, get ready to perish. That's not nearly as much damage as I would have liked. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, everyone calm down. Okay. You're kidding. You're kidding. Well, holy fuck. Jesus Christ, man. Why did I choose the Confusion Room? Don't have a Hyper Potion. You have a Hyper Potion. Oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ, this is needlessly tense. I did not need to put myself in this situation at all. I didn't know the Spinda had this move set. This is a really good, yep. This is a really good fucking Spinda set, man. Dude. Man, I looked at Bulbapedia and I saw this guy had a Spinda, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna use Teeter Dance or something, whatever, who cares. He has Focus Punch. Friend would die to Focus Punch. Met would probably die to Focus Punch. Big Head would probably die to Focus Punch. Heatbug might eat a Focus Punch, but then what do we do when we're in there? Yeah, okay, yep, I see you. Come on, Heatbug. Easily eaten. Easily. Kill this man. Kill this man! I think I may have chosen the worst routing for Norman's gym. I will definitely be remembering this for my next Emerald playthrough because, oh my god. And this might be a stupid strategy here, but I'm leading with Big Head, hoping that we just crit a Karate Chop. And that will be it, and we'll be done. Zangoose won't Swords Dance or anything, and nope, okay, and you Slash, how much does that do? Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay, we're spiraling. We are spiraling. Okay. This is fine. Okay. This is less fine. This is like considerably less fine because Covet does no damage. Okay, it does some damage. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if this last Covet kills him. I don't think it does. Okay. Swords Dance. Swords Dance again. Potion. Or are you just gonna Potion and make me regret all of my life choices? Jesus, dude. Come on, the crit Covet out of nowhere. Alright, we got the berry. We got the berry. No, no, you don't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Oh, I think it might be a roll. That said, if he crits, he has not critted a Slash yet, right? So he's due. And Radon, an integral part of my plan for Norman, might die here. Or he doesn't. Radon? Please? Ooh, he's getting greedy with it. Covet, come on, come on. Thank God. Here we are at Norman. Now, I actually have done some calculations and stuff for this. That said, nothing is guaranteed, especially when you're using moves that don't have 100% accuracy. We launch a Bone Meringue and we do not miss. Cool. Definitely a 2-hit KO. Bone Meringue again. It's a shame, I was kind of hoping he would burn some potions on this Spinda, and I guess I could have Fury Cuttered, but Heatbug's HP is Already getting low from one facade, so I think this is the call. Level up. Nice. I think this baits Vigor off. Do I deviate from the plan and go for transform? No. Let's stick with the plan here. Facade. I think that might be it. Or not. Some of these damage rolls look a lot scarier on paper. Well, we didn't miss a single bone meringue. Good job, Heatbug. You did what you needed to do. Now we put in Friend for the Intimidate. I think Norman will use a potion here. While he does that, I can Dragon Dance. Should I have just used an attack? You know what? Probably. Especially because we just missed that one. There we go, Mudshot. Does how much? After Dragon Dance, it does that much. Okay. Alright. I kind of want to see if Heat Wave does more. I have Friend holding the charcoal here, too. Okay. That was not great. Friend! Friend, you're on your last leg here, man. There we go. Wait, does that kill from here? Thank God. And here he is. I mean, every Pokemon on this fight is pretty much a demon. Even the Spinda's kind of scary depending on if you're prepared or not for it, with all the confusion and whatnot. But this guy is like the demon. I do have a plan though. Surely, Radon eats a hit. Correct? Easily. Okay. And then we covet while he loafs around. Not a lot of damage, but we get that berry. In Gen 3, citrus berries are specifically worth 30 HP, so that's 30 less HP that we have to deal with on this slacking going forward. Unfortunately, I don't really have much else to do with Radon on this slacking, so it looks like it might just be a chip battle to the death. I am tempted to go for Barrage just because, you know, it hits multiple times, therefore it could potentially crit on one or more of those times, but it's 85% accuracy. It's just really not worth it in general compared to consistent chip damage like this. That said, I really didn't expect Radon to have this much HP left. Could switch someone in. We switch in our friend Dune, the popcorn bucket. And we will be spamming Soft Sand Earthquake. It's not going to do a ton, but it is going to do about that much. And now I'm being very careful to not misclick here, because that's all it'll take. Just throw this whole thing off. Now the one fucked up thing here is that he has no berry, but he does have potions. I believe Norman has 2 potions, right? Loafing around. Another Earthquake. And I think this might bring him into using his first potion. And you might notice we are running really low on Earthquakes. It's not great, but you know. Yeah, I should have used Earthquake on that heal turn, huh? Well, that's awkward. What does that mean for the... What is... So, is he gonna loaf this turn? Or... I know this information is available. If I'm understanding Bulbapedia correctly, using a potion counts as your turn, whether it's a loaf turn or an attack turn, and the cycle just continues normally, at least in Gen 3. So I just used Protect, so he would have just attacked me Therefore, he's going to loaf around right now, so I will earthquake him. Nice. Now, there is a pretty sad picture we're painting here where the PP is getting very low. And Dune might not make it out of this one. But you never know, he might just use counter a million times, apparently. Last protect. Didn't need to use it, that's a bad feeling. Honestly, I'm not doing that much damage to him. He might not do much back to me with counter. Plus I have Pursuit, which I could just use anyway. Let's try that out. That's tech right there. I guess I could be trying Cross Chop on the loaf turns? He is at that lower HP, which point he started using Facade last time. Yawn. Okay, Yawn is interesting. Crit is also interesting. We got Protect again, so let's see. Maybe we get a ton of boosts. Maybe every turn we get an Omni boost. Okay, we did not get the Omni boost. But surely we will get an Omni boost next turn. Here comes the Omni boost. I can't emphasize enough how much my plan hinged on him not having 2 Hyper Potions at this point. So he's definitely healing right now, right? In that case, we're definitely gonna Omni Boost. He survived. Met, you legend. Dude, I can't. Oh my god! You know, I almost wish I had a face cam for that. Because the way that I watched Met's health bar go down so rapidly. Oh my god. Met, you absolute demon. This does put us into actually a terrible position, in a sense. Let me tell you why. Last Pokemon here is Lanoon, who has Belly Drum. My entire plan for Lanoon was going to be whoever's out when Lanoon's out, just no hesitation attack, because he's probably going to Belly Drum. We can take advantage of that, and he'll be at half health. We'll damage him down further. It'll be great. Met's not going to be able to do jack diddly for damage here, so I don't want to do that. I could also set up Reflect, potentially. I don't even know if that'll be worth it with Belly Drum. It might just be worth it to attack. And also, he just survived, so I want him to live now. That's just emotions, but I'm supposed to not let that get to me in this fight, but do we think he sees kill here and goes for an attack instead? So I could switch to someone. This is extremely greedy. This is extremely greedy. I lucked my way out of the slacking situation, and I might just throw this good luck away right now by risking a Belly Drum on the switch. I think the objectively correct thing to do is stay in with Met and try to attack, hoping that he Belly Drums. I really just don't know how the enemy AI behaves in this situation. Met, I'm really hyped that you survived, but you gotta go down. I'm sorry. He used Facade. He saw a kill and used Facade. I could have saved him! I should have gone with my gut. Oh my god. Well, now we do need someone, because now he's gonna belly drum. We can't mourn right now. Who can kill him the fastest? I believe it is our friend, Big Head. You might not believe this, but I just went and did the math. Apparently, Luster Purge and Karate Chop, pretty much equal damage here. Karate Chop's got a high crit chance, so we're going for that. Nice. He's not using belly drum. We totally got this. We totally got this. We totally got this. Defeated leader Norman. ... is right, dude. You can't? Dude, I can't believe it either, to be honest with you. Time to re-roll some moves.